welcome to Shadow Gaming. This is a new series. I am Shadowake and we are going to play 7 Days to Die, the survival zombie crafting first-person shooter game. Yes, it is all those rolled into one. I thought we'd have a break from Dragon Age. I've been playing this quite a lot recently, on and off. We're on Alpha 10.4 at the moment. This is an early access. We are soon to be on Alpha 11, preferably, and hopefully, and supposedly, by the end of the month. So I thought I'd give you a tour around the game now while we're in Alpha 10.4, just so that you can see what is going on with it and see all the changes that will be made when Alpha 11 comes into play. Firstly, when you start this game from the beginning, go into options, go into player profiles. You won't have anything here. You create a new. I'm going to go into this one, and you get into your profile screen, which is actually where you make your character. If you don't go into this one, you could end up with a really, really ugly character. So as you can see, I've got a lovely black or coloured lady called Brianna, and there are some rather amusing sliders here. One of the amusing ones is the chest size, Pamela, Keira Knightley. Yeah, so we'll go for about a halfway house. And the other one is the gluteus size, which is of course your gluteus maximus, i.e. your butt. So there's a big button, bottom even. Little bottom, big bottom. A bit Beyonce going on there, but I think we'll go for, again, a bit of a mid-range. So I've got lovely green-eyed beauty, which is here in the head options. There's only 4 styles of hair at the moment. Shaggy hair, base hair, which is a bun. That's the shaggy hair. A mohawk, very cool. Or bald, which obviously you can do if you want. There's no problem with that, but I don't think it looks quite as feminine as, for example, the shaggy hair, which is what I'm going for right this moment. Okie dokie, so when you've done that, you save, and your profile's there. Click OK, and you go into a new game. Now we are going onto the survival single player game. I do play multiplayer with my boyfriend at the moment, but he is out tonight playing at a gig. He works in a functions band, so they are out partying the night away while I sit here and provide you with something to entertain you on your evening, lonely or otherwise. We are going to go into the game world, which is a random generated game. Naved's game is the original game, for those of you who've played it before. That game basically gives you the same areas every time, and each zone goes into the next one. You don't find repeat zones. This one you get zones all over the place. Sometimes you get loads of one zone, sometimes you get an even spread, sometimes you get none of them. So we are going to put in a seed called What Now. Now this I've been told is quite a good seed in order to generate a nice even spread of the various biomes, which is, for example, cities. I was going to say trees, that's not a biome. Forest is the biome with the trees in it. Also plains, there's a burnt zone, and there is a snow zone and a desert zone. I probably missed a few then, but might as well just go through the ones that I remember. So standard options, I'm going for Nomad, which is about the middle. Percentage of night 35. Zombies run is on default. If you change it to never run, that makes life a bit easier. If you change it to always run, that makes life almost impossible. Enemy aggression normal. And persistent profiles, leave that one be. When I play with my partner, we actually do the 60-minute cycle at times, just because it's just a nice longer gameplay. To make things easier for Let's Play and a bit more interesting, we're going to leave it on 14 minutes. Keep block and loot at 100%, and loot respawn time at 7 days. So once you clear a cupboard, for example, the loot will respawn back in there in 7 days' time. I don't want to drop everything on death. I don't want to make that hard. I think we should drop the tool belt backpack. Backpack is where you gather loads of bits. Tool belt is where you have your essentials. Let's go to tool belt. 60-second enemy memory. Let's just drop that down to 45 seconds. Enemy spawning medium, that's fine. Craft timers and loot timers I'm going to put on none, just because it makes life easier for those of you watching the game. Otherwise it's a bit boring waiting for those to take over. There are airdrops that drop down supplies by the planes. We'll keep it on every 3 days because otherwise it's a little bit there's a little bit too many, I think. So we've done that, and we might as well start this game. Let's go. So yeah, I've been playing the Dragon Age one, but every now and again you want to give your thumbs a break from the controller. Might as well go mouse and keyboard. I did do another recording of this one, but I had to play about with the sound a little bit because everything was a little bit loud. So this time it should be fine. And yeah, I've been playing kind of some of the more crafting survival games at the moment, as well as Dragon Age. There aren't a lot of fantasy games out there that I enjoy. I need to have good graphics in a fantasy game, unless it's one that I've played before. So yeah, it's quite difficult. It's a niche market. I can understand why there aren't that many. Right, so we've pressed control to crouch down. We're in a good area, we're in the woods, so there aren't too many people about. There is, by the look of it, a city over there, or a burnt zone. We will avoid that like the plague. So firstly, pick up a few stones on the way, keep ourselves crouched so that we're not seen, and we're gonna go for a wander, go for a bit of a loot. We'll find the road in a minute. But the first thing I want to do is to get myself a weapon. Now, the easiest weapon to make is the crude axe, which is a stone, a bit of plant and a bit of sticks. So we'll get some goldenrod as well because that's nice for tea. That cures dysentery as well if you're desperate and you need to drink water direct from a lake or from a toilet. You could possibly get dysentery. So best to pick up some goldenrod because you can eventually boil that into goldenrod tea and that will cure it. Just going to head towards where I believe the road is. Trying to avoid some zombies at the moment. Still haven't found a bush yet. Come on, bush. I need you. Yeah, so this is can be quite a stressful game at times. Often is a lot easier to play multiplayer. However, the one thing that does happen in multiplayer is that there is an increase in the number of zombies that spawn in a horde. So at least in this game I know that there aren't going to be as many zombies as there are in the game that I play with my boyfriend. So it's a good start. As you can see, I'm kind of picking up birds' nests as I go because they tend to have not only feathers but eggs in them as well. Eggs is good because later on when you get a pig, you are able then to make eggs and bacon, which is always a good thing. I don't actually think the road is this way, but hey, I'm going to keep going in this direction because I've made my decision. Now this is the edge of the biome. So, somewhere along the edge of this biome will be a road, I'm sure. Let's just keep going this way. There's a zombie over there. Uh-oh, we are hunted. Oh, that's alright, it's a plains. Right, one thing I can do. There we go. Hit them with the torch. Hit them with the torch. A good start. There's obviously more than one zombie around because I'm still hunted. Aha, he was right behind me. Good job I was moving. Die! Thank you. Oh, she got me. I didn't even get her either. She died. I don't need to hit her anymore. Sweet. Right. May not have a normal weapon. Where's that? Where is that? There's a bloater over there. I'm sure that was closer. Anyway. There's a bush over here. In fact, let's pick up this wood. Get the hell out of Dodge by going this way. If you press the space bar when you're in the water, you go to the top, so it saves you having to worry about your oxygen. Space bar is the jump bar. So let me just put away that. There we go. Okay, I do have a 45-second memory, which means I will still be hunted for a time, because they'll keep moving towards my position from there. There's also a zombie over there. I am holding down the E button because it will actually collect all of the things that I drop in my mad smashing spree. Just drop down here and hopefully this will disappear soon. There we go. So now we're in a nice little hidey hole. I'm going to bring up my inventory. Make one of those grass things into a plant fibre. Make one of those stones into a sharp stone. Make the wood into wood planks. And take a quarter of the wood planks. Make them into sticks because I'll need one of those later. For now, I will just make a stone axe. Good a weapon as any. I will also make a crossbow, which I think, yes, is this. Oh, bum. Forgot I needed the grass. Damn. Come back, all of you lot. Don't you hate it when you know things normally and then on camera, of course, you forget them all. This is how you make a crossbow. Okay, so if you don't know how to make a crossbow immediately, you can just go up here, type in crossbow, and it will bring up a schematic for you and tell you exactly what you need. Now I'm going to make some crossbow bolts. I'm going to change my stones into sharp stones. I'm going to change the rest of my wood into sticks, and I've got some feathers there as well. So sticks go in the middle, stones go at the end, feathers go at the far end, and we have got us some crossbow bolts. Now always remember, I'm going to drop this tungsten trophy actually, because tungsten isn't actually applied in the game at the moment. Always remember, when you equip your crossbow for the first time, press the R button to reload. Otherwise, when you first face the enemy, you won't have any ammo. I have done that many times before, both with guns and with a crossbow. This is the perfect weapon for the bloated zombie, also known as the fatties, because they give you animal fat. Okay. This isn't the most amazing weapon, but it's a good weapon to start with. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to follow the river, sorry, to the road, because the river always intersects the road. Or the road crosses the river, depending what you want. And then at least I can get to a place where there might be a town and something of interest, because we do need to find a hidey hole ready for night time. Get some wood and stones on the way, because they're always useful things to have. What I might do actually, if I just smash this rock, press and hold E while you're doing it, and it should pick up all the bits when it breaks up. Each big rock like this, you can break up 3 times, as you can see. And this will give you a selection of things, and I'm hoping, one of the things I'm hoping for, is some iron, which it has. So this has given me some stone, obviously, and it's given me some iron. I'm going to change these iron fragments into scrap iron. I'm going to convert this aged wood into wood planks, and again I'm going to take about a quarter of that and make them into sticks, because what I want to do is make a actual weapon rather than an axe. So an iron reinforced club. There we go. So that's a nice one to start with. I'm going to convert these to brass, scrap brass while I'm here. Keep my inventory as low as possible. Don't particularly want to do inventory management on camera. I don't have a huge amount of time, so I'm just going to keep running ahead. And eventually we will reach a road. Hunted? Where are they? Oh, there's a crawler over there. Kill the zombies where I can. They have loot on them after all. Oh, he's got a tungsten treasure again. Let's put it back. Right there. I'm pretty comfortable with that one. Nurses. Nurses are quite good. They give medicine a lot of the time. Just make sure the one doesn't get me when I'm hitting the nurse. She didn't that time. She gave me an empty jar because she's trying to prove... Oh, God, Crocky. She was trying to prove to me that things don't always happen that way. Okay, so we'll crouch back down again. Keep on going. I see something red over there. I think it's a backpack. Backpacks tend to have some good stuff in them, which it does. Bottled water, pump shotgun stock, an iron reinforced club, which I've just made. Helpful. And a brown bandana. So we'll take all of those. We'll go into our inventory and into our character menu, and we'll pop on our bandana. Lovely. So we're naked, but for a bandana. Oh well, it's better than nothing. At least it keeps off the chill, stops her getting a stiff neck, I suppose. At the moment I'm picking up everything, because I will probably use it. Hi, zombie! Give you a bit of a smack. Zombies have a long reach. Always try and aim slightly above their head, and remember that you can actually hit them from a reasonable distance away, because otherwise they'll get to you before you realise that you can actually hit them. There's quite a few zombies around actually. Gonna keep going. So the beauty with when you crouch is obviously you can tell whether you're hunted or not. Obviously you're going to remain hunted until the zombie stops following you. That is the zombie memory time that I set earlier on. Oh, reinforced club, there we go. One thing about reinforced clubs is that you can actually melt them down into scrap metal, so they are useful to keep. Looks as if this one's heading to meet us. We'll pick up some corn on the way. Get you. Get you. Nice bag. Getting a few little weapon parts here. Weapons usually need 2 or 3 parts to make a weapon. It's often useful if you get a part of each to make a mould of a weapon before you actually make the weapon itself, because then you can make many weapons. It's particularly useful if you're playing in multiplayer, and obviously more than one of you want a weapon. In single player, not so bad, though they do obviously break down eventually. That crunch that you heard was a critical hit. Oh, there's a pig. Can I get the pig? Oh, you first. Got him. Now where's the pig? Squealy pig. Pig squealed. Where are you, piggy? Come on, piggy. Maybe he's dead. Let's go find the piggy. He is dead. Woohoo! Now the only problem with this is that it does make you smell, which means that the zombies will be attracted to you. So to begin with, I would strongly not recommend walking into any of the cities, pub or otherwise. I keep doing this. With something smelly on you. Because you'll just track the zombies like flies to a piece of poo. It's not very nice. You just get almost continuously attacked. Pick up some of the corn on your way while you're in the plains. It's very useful later. You can eat it, but you can also use it for grain alcohol, which is used in health packs, and it is used in making biofuel to power some of the things like the augers and the chainsaws. Now, augers and the chainsaws are around in the game. They're just a little bit rare. You can usually find them in the cities and the hardware stores, or you can find them in cars if you're lucky enough. I don't seem to have much luck. My boyfriend has a lot of luck. He always seems to find one. But then I'm a little bit terrified of hub cities. As you can see, the spider zombie has a bit of a reach to him. There we go. Done. Yes, I'm a little bit terrified of hub cities. There tend to be a lot of zombies in one area. A lot of zombies in one area. And if you get stuck, there's not really much you can do, particularly if you don't have any ammo. What I'm doing at the moment is having a look around for some possible towns. Let's go this way. I'll avoid these zombies for now, simply because I would rather avoid them than kill them, wasting my ammo. Sneak kill the pig. Cool. Get it before the zombies get there. Bacon and eggs is a really useful thing to have. Also the animal hide, I won't be able to make anything for myself clothes-wise with the leather until I get a book that will allow me to do leather tanning. Which I can understand. In the original game, before they actually kind of brought it up to this version, you could just make clothes from leather straight off. But hey, it's a skill, so it should have a skill book. A nice little backpack here. How close are the zombies? Not too close at the moment. There we go. I'm hidden. Right, that's a good start. So let's quickly go into here, take all the stuff that I want to just craft into something else. I don't tend to use pistols, so I will craft that out. Same with the brass. Put that in there, and lead. I can't because it's too small. Oh, I missed the tin can. Damn, I don't think I can do that on its own. No, it's too small. I know what I can do there. There we go. That gets rid of it. And that gets rid of that. Okay. I will actually pick up some cotton now. I'll take that for metal. I'll pick up some cotton because I want to just make myself some clothes. Don't particularly want to be running around naked for too long. Food! Food is good. Funnily enough, I like food in real life as well as in the game. I am actually a bit of a foodie, although I struggle to cook much more than a decent spaghetti bolognese. Yeah, don't tend to do fancy cooking. I'm a kind of shove it in the oven or, on the hob kind of person. Just because I'm a lazy cook. I don't actually like to spend a lot of time. I prefer to spend my time gaming, and obviously that doesn't allow you much time when you work full time to do much in the kitchen. So yeah. My boyfriend isn't much of a cook either. He's a gamer as well, so It does make quite a difficult household when you've got the two of you gamers. Because there's not really kind of much that you want to do other than gaming. And obviously, there's probably things that we should do more often, like, I don't know, walk, do some exercise, cook. But, yeah, these things don't always matter. I'm lucky, really, to have a gaming boyfriend. I would say, without boasting, I think he's pretty lucky to have a gamer girlfriend as well. We kind of tolerate our gaming, whereas a lot of couples, if one of them doesn't like gaming, it's quite hard for them to understand the appeal. And ditto, if you like watching telly, or you've got another hobby and somebody else doesn't like it, it is difficult to understand because it's a preference. It's not a case of, one thing for all. Everybody likes different things. We shouldn't diss people for liking something different. So I'm just following the river now. I'm going to try and come around the other side and meet the other road, just to see if I can find a bit more, maybe some prefabricated houses that are up. Find somewhere to stay. We're in the afternoon now, so we've got a little bit of time until dark. Zombies don't start running until 9 o'clock, so we've got a few hours yet. But still, it would make me feel much more secure if I actually knew where I was going to stay for the night. So I'm just hoping that in this plains biome there is a prefab house somewhere. There normally is, but occasionally you do find a biome that doesn't have one. That is a sad, sad time, particularly if you're looking for so that you don't have to stay out at night with the zombies. As you can see, I'm kind of slowly running out of stamina. I'm just going to go for a walk for a bit now, just keep myself up. But I can see the other road, so I'm going to just speed up a bit, get myself to the road. There we go. And follow this one along in the other direction to see if we can find some more houses. I'll have a quick look at the map to show you. You see we've gone down the river and we've come down from there, so hopefully if we cut up through the middle we might find a house in the middle. Oh look, we killed the bunny. Let's get the meat. There we go. Seeing as we're smelly already, we might as well take more meat. Because eventually we will need to eat. We will also need to make something to eat, but that's by the by. Zombies are actually quite fast. You expect them to be kind of shambly, and they do kind of, limp a bit, but I reckon if I had a limp, I'd be much slower than that. Maybe it's the murderous intent. The smell of the brains on the breeze. It's quite funny. There was a programme on telly called I Survived the Zombie Apocalypse on the BBC. I remember it coming out on the BBC website to invite people to come and, either be a contestant on the show or to be a zombie. And I remember thinking, oh, that's cool. And unfortunately got to it after they'd already made the selections. But it was a funny programme to watch because they always put, obviously it's got to be entertaining, but they always put the kind of people on that show that would never in a million years survive in a zombie apocalypse. I mean, one of the first girls that was on there was like, I can't remember her name, but she was like, "Hi, I'm Sally, and I just love everybody to be happy." And you're thinking, my God, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, you'd be eaten alive within about 5 minutes. Because you'd be going, "Oh, it's okay. If you just calm down, everybody will see that you're just another person." It's just, made my skin crawl. Made my skin crawl. But hey, putting people in that kind of situation is entertaining when they have to scream and run away because they genuinely think that the people dressed up as zombies are zombies. To be honest, I think most people would genuinely scream and run away if people dressed up as zombies chased after you. Hey, I scream and run away if I'm chased up the stairs, let alone if I'm chased by people dressed as zombies. And in fact, I think Mythbusters one time did an episode on zombie apocalypses and what the best way to survive them was, and I can't remember the results, but it was a very interesting episode. And I think even Adam said that it is quite unnerving, even knowing that people aren't real zombies, to have people even dressed up as zombies, chasing after you. It's a very surreal experience. Not one that I would imagine you want to repeat very often. So I've just made some cloth there out of the cotton, mostly because I want to pick up the gunpowder. I'm also going to try and pick up some more cotton along the way, because like I said, I do want to make some clothes and I forgot to do that. A prefab! Yay! Right, now there will probably be zombies around here, because zombies always linger around prefabs. There's some cotton. Thank you, cotton. So, oh, there's a pig. We'll leave the pig for now. Pig, no. As soon as you're running away. Ah, you live to run another day. Let us go and kill these zombies around these houses. If you look, the zombies on the left are actually chasing the pigs. Just quickly change that cotton into cloth and quickly eat some tuna, because I want what is in this zombie. There we go. Grain alcohol. Take those as well. Cool, let's get the lady zombie first. She's a bit faster. And we'll get the big uns with the crossbow. In your face. In your face. Okay, looks like the other zombies have gone chasing after the pig into the happy sunset. So that's nice. There are some more zombies around here. I'm going to try and get rid of as many zombies as possible, just so that I'm not, looking over my shoulder when I'm trying to loot the house. Because it does happen. You do start getting twitchy. Especially if you can hear swiping. My alarm has just gone off, but we will just loot a couple of these houses before I stop the game. As you can see, stop. Didn't realise that would come up. That's actually quite amusing. Get rid of you as well. Okay. I can hear some more swiping. Getting a bit of lag. The zombies come running back after she didn't catch the pig. Bad girl. Didn't catch the pig. Wouldn't it be cool if they caught a pig and killed a pig? We could then find pig stuff on them. But I suppose that wouldn't work, because they wouldn't pick up stuff from the pig. They'd just eat it. So yeah, no, that doesn't work. So in a minute I'm gonna go over to that brick house. Just gonna take this axe. I'm gonna put the torch down now. Also, what I am going to do is I'm going to try and sort this out again. Oh, sugar. That means zombie. Yeah, if you're ever crouched and your screen is suddenly like this, that means a zombie has spotted you and you're hunted. Right, I think, actually, I'm not going to do that now. What I'm going to do is go over here, kill these zombies, hide myself in the brick house. And then in the next episode we'll do some editing of this little area, because I think I'll probably just stay here for the night. Keep myself nice and safe. Hopefully. She says. Now that she said that. You can imagine. Oh no, zombie crept up behind me. God, how do they do that? They are so noisy, and yet they still managed to sneak up on me. It's because I was talking. Taking advantage of my let's play. How dare you? God, it's taking a while to clear these. Oh yeah, I've got a little icon over in the left-hand side now. Looks like somebody taking medicine from a cup. What it actually means is drink, you fool, because you're dehydrated and dying of thirst. Don't actually die immediately, but still, no one wants to be quite that thirsty, because it actually decreases your health. God damn it, there's so many zombies! Go away. I want to go into a house and let these poor people have a break for the evening. Haha, nearly got me. Oh, you got me. Ah, there we see. That's the trouble with getting cocky. Always gets you. Do you know what? That's about the 4th time I've been cocky in a Let's Play. Mocking the zombies. And every time they hit me. I genuinely think it's sod's law that if you mock a zombie, you will get an amount of karma. There's also, I've just spotted one up on the roof up there, which I'm going to need to get down with a little crossbow bolt. Because otherwise, it's going to just sit there, swiping away at nothing, all the time. And I nerve the hell out of me apart from anything else. Oh, see, I have a bum. That's quite interesting. I've never had a zombie fall in that position before. She actually has bum cheeks. I suppose it's better than having nothing up her skirt, isn't it? Right, that was a really bad shot. Right, let's try my chest. Doesn't kill her outright. But it's easier to hit than a wiggly head. Except I'd better in the head then. Yeah, I thought you might be in there. I had some swiping. I actually just going to give them a whack inside if I can. Struggling to. Oh, making good work with that door. Hey, got one. Let's try and get the other one on the side. Got him too. I did see girl in a skirt sneak her way around there. Got you. Any more in there? No. So that's nice. That is a... Oh, that's a tool store. I might find an auger in there. But before I do that, I'm going to barricade myself in here. So that I have somewhere to hunker down for the evening. That's already half bashed down anyway, so let's just check around the other side. Oops. Tilde key. Can I see anything else? No, I can't. Okay, zombies there. There's a zombie there. There's a zombie up there as well. Right, that's wood, so I'm actually going to take that down. I'm going to take out these big boys first. One. Come on, dude. Big boy two. I think that's it. Yes, we're undetected. Right. Quickly, let's get in the house before more of the buggers come. Actually, do I have any wood on me? I do. I have wood on me. Reason why I'm asking that is because I'm going to need to block up this door again to stop the zombies from coming in. And I need to create wood frames in order to do that. So I'll just get in here, block up the doorway, and then I think we should call it night. Come on. Sometimes it takes ages, sometimes it takes pretty quick. It really depends on how much stamina you've got and what kind of... Oh, I've just realised I've got a fire axe. Ooh, dearie me. How silly was that? That would have gone in just only a few hits if I'd have done that. Oh, bum. That looks as if we don't have quite enough. Let's go out and chop a tree quickly. Very quickly. This one over here will do. I think... Did I just spot? No. Thought I'd spotted a camp. But it was just a rock. Easy mistake to make. Both look very tent-like. Can see a zombie creeping up on me out of my right-hand side of the screen. Okay, damn, no room. Get rid of the palm fires. Get the log. Kill the zombie. Good, dead zombie. Right. Let's get very hastily. Here, because apart from anything else, I want to put my smelly food away. There is a much easier way to do this, but now that I've got all the wood in here, I really can't be bothered to go in search menu. Yes, it's just given me a reminder that I'm now hungry. The reason why I've made 3 is that there might actually be an exit upstairs. If that's the case, I want to block it. At the moment, we're good. Oh, there's a massive hole in the wall. And a massive hole in there. Damn it! Right, okay. Okay. Make them all into logs. There we go. Solve the problem. Go to here. Frame. Wood frames. Let's make 5. Because we'll do one there, do one there, and then we'll just double check. I'm going to block up the door here as well, as a just in case they break through that doorway. Okay, so now we've done that, let's quickly find, there we go, fridge. Let's put our raw meat in there. Phew! Now there are some zombies around, but at the moment all I can do is crouch and hope that they don't come in. Let's just have a quick nibble. Peas. Peas are good. We'll also have a quick shot of the painkillers. And eat our pasta. Okay, well, that I'm going to call the end of episode 1. Thank you very much for watching. This was a bit of a long episode just to introduce the basics of the game and to have a bit of running around and looting and finding a bit of a safe house. I'm a little bit worried about the integrity of this safe house for the night, but we shall see how it goes in the next episode. My name is Shadowake, this is Shadow Gaming. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment, and I will see you for the next episode. Thank you very much. Good night.